Hey there, my name is Raquel McAfee, and I just want to say thank you so much for taking time to learn more about what I do as a coach and to see if it would be a good fit for you. When I first looked into this opportunity, I started watching a girl that I was following on social media, and I looked at where she was in life, and I thought, wow, she's really doing it. She seems really happy. She's in great shape. I kind of want to see what she's up to. And I did not know her from anyone. So if that's you, I just want to say I totally get it. I was in your same shoes almost 4 years ago at this point. But thank you so much for taking the time to look into this a little further because I am so thankful I did. One little sneak peek into what this does, and it has completely changed my life and my family's life for the better. So again, for those that don't know me, my name is Raquel McAfee and I live in Texas. I'm happily married and I have 3 kids. I just want to kind of give you an overview of what you can expect in this video. It's going to be 3 parts. This first one, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, my story, and how I got started. Part 2 is what do you actually do as a coach? What does it look like? What does the day-to-day look like? What's expected? And kind of what you would get as mentorship and training on my team working with me. And part 3 will be how do we earn money, right? Because at the end of the day, this is a great opportunity. But if you're someone like me, I was looking for a way to earn extra income. I'm going to break it all down for you and then let you know the next steps to get started. So like I said, I'm a mom of 3, and when I got started in this business, it was the end of December 2014. I was looking towards the end of the year, and it's a very reflective time, and I was looking around. I was 31 years old. I had 3 kids. My daughter was 3, and my twin boys were 11 months. And I was looking around at my life and I just thought, this can't be as good as it gets. And then I felt guilty about that, right? Like I should be so blessed. I had a job that I loved, a husband I love, 3 healthy babies. And yet I did not feel like I was where I should be at that point in my life. I was really unfulfilled. I was bored at work. I loved my job. I loved what I did, but I was like, man, am I going to do this for the next 30 years? I don't know if I can do that. And to be quite honest, we were barely getting by. My husband and I both have our master's degrees. We're hard workers. And sometimes it felt like there was more month than money. I don't know if you can relate to that at all, but I just remember thinking, I want to be able to provide more for my family. I want to be able to take my kids on vacation to Disney World and not have to save up for 3 years or put it on a credit card. You know, when I first got out of school, I did all the things I felt like I was supposed to do. I went to school, I got my master's degree, my husband and I got married, we bought a home, lived within our means, and yet we just weren't where I thought we would be financially. You know, when I was in my 20s, even before kids, I was making a good income and I was like, okay, I can do this. But then life happens and you grow a family and kids are expensive and paying for 3 kids in daycare is extremely expensive. And I just knew if I stayed on the path I was at, my life wasn't going to change, right? It was just going to stay as is. And I knew in my heart that I was made for more. So I started looking for a way I could earn money online. I hate to admit this to you, but I actually tried 3 at-home businesses before becoming a Beachbody coach. That is embarrassing, but I share that with you because maybe that's you. Maybe you tried something else and it wasn't a good fit and it didn't work for you. I wasn't successful in those other businesses because quite honestly, I didn't have very good training and I really didn't go all in. I just kind of dipped my toe. And this isn't the type of business you can do that. You have to really go all in. And if you have a good mentor and trainer, you will blow yourself away at what's possible. So I finally stumbled across Beachbody coaching. Again, I told you I saw some girl I was following on social media and I liked what she was doing. And I'm like, wow, if she can do this, I can do this. I know the workout programs are great. I had tried P90X and Insanity way back when I was dating my fiance, who's now my husband. I knew the programs were amazing, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Worst case scenario, I get in really incredible shape, and maybe I help inspire a few other people along the way. So I went all in. And in the beginning, my goals were to help supplement daycare cost and to help pay for diapers. Again, my boys were 11 months old and we were paying for diapers for 2 and 3 in daycare. My goal was, hey, if I can help supplement the cost, give us a little breathing room in my finances, I'll feel really good. I will tell you my very first paycheck was $67.49 and it felt amazing. And I know that's not a whole lot to write home about, but it was just really cool that I had the opportunity to earn income online. I was like, wow, okay. I'll share a little bit more of my income progression with you as we continue on, but I was excited, and I knew the potential of this business could be huge. So I went all in, and a lot of people say, Raquel, how did you do this? You were working full time. I was teaching in the evening at the university. I worked out 2 nights a week, and I had 3 kids, 3 under 3. Looking back, it wasn't a great time. I was so busy. My plate was super full, and I don't know why I felt like at that time was a good time to start a business, but I'm so glad I did, because I realized life is never going to slow down for you to build a business. I feel like I've been busy my whole life. But I'll tell you what I did. So how I fit it in my busy schedule, because I know that's the number one thing people tell me. I just don't have time. I woke up an hour early. And I know if you're not a morning person, you're like, no, thank you. But I'll tell you, I wasn't a morning person either, but you can train yourself. I would get up an hour early. I did my 30-minute workout. I would run my accountability group, so I'll share more about you what that looks like. And then I got myself and my kids up from school. On my commute to and from work, I was listening to trainings, to podcasts, to books on Audible, filling my mind with belief and learning how to build this business, right? Because I didn't have any training on how to build an online business. And then in the evenings, once I put my kids to bed, instead of watching The Real Housewives of Orange County, Beverly Hills, New York, you name it, I loved it, right? I decided, you know what, that hour that I would take, that I would normally be vegging out on the couch watching reality TV, I'm gonna take that time to build my business. So again, I got up an hour early, worked in the pockets of my day. If I had time at lunch, great, but usually I didn't. And then I would work once I put my kids to sleep. Again, it was a short-term sacrifice, and if I had to do it all over again, I absolutely would. I told you my first paycheck was $67.49. My paycheck last week, in 1 week alone, was over $2,400. That is 1 week's pay. Okay, and I don't share that to boast or brag, and of course, there's no level of guarantee for income in this business. You have to work for it, right? It didn't happen overnight. Like I said, this December will be 4 years for me, but that $2,400 in 1 week was my entire net pay when I got out of grad school, and I made it in 1 week. Right? So those short-term sacrifices of getting up early and staying up and not watching reality TV, 100% worth it. Last October, I was able to leave my full-time job, not something that I ever saw myself doing, but again, my kids are getting older, they're busy, they have activities, and for me, it was just a good time to leave. Financially, we can afford it, and I said, you know what, I'm ready to be a more present and engaged mom and wife, and not feeling like I'm having to hurry, and busy, and fit in all the errands on the weekend that I didn't have time during the week, and then get to Sunday night and be like, God, did I even enjoy my weekend? So now at this point, I'm able to work my business. I still work my business about 2 hours a day. I'm able to pull in a very great income that there's no way I would have been able to see in my other previous job. And I'm able to bless my family and bless others. So that's a little bit of my story of how I got started looking at a girl on social media. I worked in the pockets of my day, and I knew that if I just consistently showed up and put into practice the trainings that I'm gonna give to you, I knew I could get there. Again, it's taken me a while to get here, but man, the time is gonna pass anyways, and my life is 1,000 times better because of this opportunity. So that's a little bit about me, how I got started in my story. I can't wait to share with you a little bit more about what we do as coaches.